The Apollo program was designed to land humans on the moon before 1970. 6 of the missions, Apollos 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17, actually landed on the moon. Apollos 7 and 9 were orbiting missions, and Apollos 8 and 10 were lunar orbiting missions. Apollo 13 had a malfunction and was unable to land on the moon. The term Apollo was chosen by managers because Apollo is the god of light and music, and they believed the missions would bring the light of knowledge to man.
Apollo 1 was to be the first manned Apollo mission scheduled for February 21, 1967. However, it never got off the ground. During a pre-flight test, a fire started, and it killed the 3 men inside. The environment inside the capsule was 100% oxygen, and there was a great deal of flammable material. The fire lasted only 15 seconds, but getting the men out took nearly 90 minutes.
Apollo 8 was designed to establish the capabilities and working condition of the Apollo system. It launched on December 21, 1968, and was the first manned mission to achieve lunar orbit. It was able to orbit the moon 10 times before returning safely to Earth. The astronauts took photographs that were used for later missions as visual information and were included in 6 live television transmissions to Earth. This mission tested the capabilities of the spacecraft to reach the moon.
Apollo 11's purpose was to perform a manned lunar landing and return. The spacecraft was launched from Cape Kennedy on July 16, 1969. The spacecraft's landing site was Mare Tranquillitatis, also known as the Sea of Tranquility. The crew of this mission was Neil Armstrong, Commander Michael Collins, and Command Module Pilot Buzz Aldrin. The date they landed on the moon was July 20, 1969, and their first steps were on the next day. The first men on the moon were Armstrong and Aldrin, who also brought back the first samples from another planetary body. They collected 21.7 kilograms of moon rocks. The Apollo 11 mission was a success.
Apollo 17 would be the 6th and final Apollo mission. Its goal was to explore the Descartes Highlands area of the moon. Launching on December 19th of 1972, it also carried the first trained scientist to the moon, Harrison Smith. With him was Commander Eugene Cernan and Ronald Evans. The crew landed on the surface of the moon on December 11th of the same year in Roras-le-Trou. Leaving the moon, Cernan became the last person to walk on its surface before re-entering on December 19th.
This program as a whole returned 842 pounds of material from the moon, helping us understand its composition and history. It's also spurred advances in the technology of communications and computers.